Hello lords and ladies, and welcome to this tutorial about the cards in a Stronghold Kingdom. So here we have the army card. The rest until now I have covered. Only one more category left, and this category, which is parish cards, I don't have any cards, so I cannot cover them. So we go to army cards. This one, the two axes, two war axes on top of each other crossing. This is the army cards. And the first category in here is the scouting card. So you can get the scouting cards, and you want some. If you are not so much into scouting, you can cash them out. They are not very important, except for these Arab stallions, and these cards are not very important. The first row is one-timer cards. So let's say you want to scout a player, you want your scouts to go fast, you can use these cards. They are cheap, and let's go to the prices. They are cheap, 7 card points, 10 card points, and 14 card points. They are cheap, you can afford it, but they are one time off. And then here we have scavenging cards. So this is basic scavenging, and then advanced times 2, and expert is times 3. If you play one of these cards, they are going to be increasing the carrying capacity of your scout. So for example, if let's say your scout can carry 2400 worth of goods, then like this they can carry double that, so it will become 4800, and each scout will individually carry double time, and here they can carry triple time. And you always have to use these cards in collaboration with these cards. So this is horse breeding, and it increases the speed of your scouts by 2. This increases the speed of your scouts by 4. This increases the speed of your scouts by 6. Why you must not play Arab stallions is because these cards are for early game, when the scouts in general move very slowly. When you are in the late game, Troubers is the card that you want to play, and you can get it. This card you cannot get. So you can see here, Arab stallion is very expensive. You can get it, my bad. But if you are to scouting and collecting resources, you have to play these cards together. So you play one of these cards for 3 hours, and you play one of these cards for 3 hours. Then we have scouts, which these cards are not very important. Each scout costs 100 gold, and this can give you 2 scouts, 4 scouts, and 8 scouts. But beside these 8 scouts, these scouts are not very important. You can like keep 4 or 5 maybe, and the rest you can cash out. And here we have advanced outriders. So advanced outriders, what they do is they increase your honor range by 50%, and this one by 100%. Something like a wolf castle is outside of your honor range, you want to hit it, let's say a wolf castle or something like that, then you can use these cards to increase your honor range, and they last 6 hours. So you can use these cards to reach castles that are outside of your honor range, and you get the honor. Also, it applies to hidden stashes, where you want to collect the 500 honor from the hidden stashes. Anyways, you must note that if you play this horse breeding or true breds, then you cannot play these cards anymore. When you are running a speed card, you cannot stack it with another speed card. You cannot do this double speed and then play this card and make it times 4. And this is for 3 hours. So this is for 3 hours. If you play this for 3 hours, your speed of your scouts will be set as this. You cannot increase the speed to times 5. Then we move to speed cards. So here is the same story. We have these cards that increase the attack speed by 2, and then these cards that speed 1 attack up. So here we have times 2, times 3, and times 5. Here we have times 2, times 4, and times 6. But you must understand, if you play these cards, you cannot play these cards anymore. Same story applies here. So for example, let's say I get this card and play it. The speed of my army is doubled. If I didn't use cards, it would go slower. Then you come here and you can see that your card has been used and expired. But if I use the duration cards, let's say this card, I couldn't play this one time card. So because now I'm at war, I cannot demonstrate how it is done. for these cards, because I always have to be ready. Any of my friends are going to ask me for any attacks, so I have to always keep my options open, and I cannot demonstrate this to you today. Here we again have the horse breeding cards and also the advanced stable cards. Now, one tip is this: any army on the map which is not having a captain in it is moving at a certain speed. Okay, I don't know how to measure it, or let's say 1 kilometer per hour, or let's say 3 kilometers per hour. If you have a captain in your army, that army is going to move 3 times slower. So if you want your captain army to just go at the same speed as a normal army that you send, you're going to play this card. This is the advanced logistics, and you can get it. All of these cards you can get except for this one. And this one is the one that helps your captain armies to move at the same speed as your normal regular armies. And these cards I already have covered. So we move to recruiting. So here we have recruiting. The recruiting reduces the amount of money that you have to spend to employ troops. So this one reduce it by 20%, this one reduce it by 40%, and this one reduce it by 60%. So let's say I want to recruit a lot of troops, but it only lasts 1 hour. Okay, so you have to be fast when you play these cards. So let's say if you play this card here, normally your army is going to cost 50. Now I play it. After a while, when the card comes, I'll show you. So until that card comes in, let's cover one. So these are improved guard houses. So you see each of these guard houses, they contain your troops for, let's say, 400 troops in the castle. So here, let's say we play this card, improved guard houses, and let me show you beforehand. So you see here, this castle is almost full. It's full of troops, and it's already 400, and I cannot put any more troops on the castle. I cannot see any of them because I cannot put any of them anymore. But when I come here and then play this one, now I can put more troops. So let's say we come here. Of course we have to wait for a while. Of course my village become full, it was empty before. Now I can man the walls and everywhere, so let's put them here and there. And you can see now I have 520 troops on top of the walls, and the castle is in a better shape. So here just you can put 520 troops because it's 30% more. This one makes it 40% more. So you can man even more troops in your castle. And this one is 50% more. So you can put 600 troops in a castle. So this can make your work easier. You don't want to put a lot of archers in your castle. You want to put a lot of pikemen, at least 200 pikemen in your castle. So the rest, if you cannot fit any more pikemen in your castle, then you can use these cards to put more archers on the wall. But archers normally are not that effective in the war, defending. And these cards are just what they say. This one adds peasants to your castle. So let's say you have no armies to recruit. Of course, sending peasants to their death is not a good strategy. And these ones help you just, create the troops immediately. You don't need to recruit your villagers for it. So this one adds 15 peasants, this one has 14 peasants, and this one 80, 200, and you can get all of these cards. Okay, so this one costs 10, this one costs 200. This is really worth it if you want to. If you are at war, it's okay, you can just improve guards, play it, and it really helps. But this one is a little bit more expensive, and these cards are also good. So let's say you want to man 200, you just go for it, get this card. Of course 6 times 5 is 300, and this is a cheaper card. But the rest of your troops that are going to be recruited, if there's no space in the barracks, they're going to be wasted. But still it's worth it to recruit with these cards. So this card is the good card, you always have a few of these. And then we have we have the same story for the archers, pikemen, mercenary swordmen, and also for catapults. So these cards are important, they are good, except for the swordsman. You don't need the swordsman card because we never use the swordsman in our warfare, because swords are hard to come by and they are more expensive, so it doesn't worth it to recruit a swordsman. You don't need these cards. Maybe I just keep this 40 because it has a diamond, but in general you don't need these cards. You can cash them out. And here come to the last part, where it is the valuable basic diplomacy. So let's say you are at war, you don't want to ID up, but you also don't want the enemy siege camp to attack you. So you can use these basic diplomacy cards to protect yourself from enemy attacks. So you have 50% chance of averting enemy attacks. You can come here and see that you have chance of avoiding an incoming AI enemy attack is 50%. If you play this card, it becomes 100% and it's for 2 days. This one is for 7 days. Okay? So some of these cards you get from the army packs. So let's say this one, open one, and you can see you can get the basic recruitment, advanced recruitment, and these cards or mercenary swordsmen from the army packs. For the cards that have diamonds, like this one or this one, especially these ones, you get it from the silver and gold card pack. So let me see if I am lucky. Open a silver pack. So didn't give me anything special. Open a gold pack. Still you can get these cards from these card packs and they're expensive. So don't cash them out even if you don't need them. And going back, hopefully okay, you can see the price. Now it's very cheap to recruit the soldiers. It's 30, and the most important thing that you have to notice is that the catapult price has gone down a lot. So it helps you recruit your armies very cheaply. But the captain price doesn't change. So captain price is the same. So don't count on this reducing your captain price. And that's all for this video. Thank you for watching, and until the next one.